Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we are continuing with the book series covering a book called The Little Book of Common Sense Investing. So be sure to check out the other episodes if you have not yet. A little housekeeping before we begin. Hit the like button as you are entering and be sure to subscribe if you have not yet. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you know when I've uploaded a video. I have also linked the Mindset Ignition training in the description box below. So that's for anyone who feels stuck in any area of your life and wants to reach your goals. So if that's calling you, don't waste your life not doing the things you need to do to get to where you want to get. Link is in the description box below. Alright, let's begin. I'm going to cover 7 points in today's video. Point number 1. Don't look for the needle in the haystack, just buy the haystack. That is the entire stock market portfolio readily available through a low-cost index fund. The needle in this instance would be actively managed mutual funds or stocks. If investing in 30 or 40 funds with managers, keep in mind that the managers change about 3 times within 25 years. So you will have at least 3 managers. That's someone different managing your account, right? So there is a higher chance of the fund being short-lived. But with the index fund, if it is self-managed, it can be tracked for the rest of your life on a more consistent basis. So we can kind of take into consideration the fact that because there are going to be different people managing your account for the long haul, it might not last. Will those 3 managers carry the same strategy? Will they be able to do it and manage it the exact same way? Or will someone else come and do something completely different, which will then change the returns for the positive or the negative? So that is something to really consider, because maybe generally they are taught to manage the same way. I mean, I don't really actually know how that works, but hopefully when the new managers come around, they will follow the past steps or will be similar to the previous managers. That way it's not such a huge change, or you don't notice such a big difference. So it's definitely something to really think about. And yet, if you are in a self-managed index fund, then you know for a fact that it is going to be you who is going to be able to keep the consistency of how it's going or how it is managed. That sort of gives you a better direction as far as staying in longer or which route to take. However, if with a manager and the manager changes and he doesn't do the job you expected him to do that your past manager was doing, or you notice something significant changes in your returns, you might end up just selling and getting out sooner instead of staying in. Whereas in a self-managed fund, you know that you are managing it and are consistent in how you do so. Therefore, you stay in longer knowing you're going to keep using the same strategies that will help you to just stay in for the long haul. Point number 2. Past performance is no guarantee of projecting the future returns of mutual funds. Checking past performance in this instance won't work in predicting whether the funds will do well or not. So there's no point in trying to look back at past performances to gauge the future, because that won't indicate whether it's going to do well or not. A lot of things change. If you are using management, then things will change. You will have a different manager over time. That will sometimes change the direction of your fund, or the economy will shift and that will change the way things are going and won't have anything to do with past performance. Does that make sense? Point number 3. Most financial advisors provide valuable services by helping to give you peace of mind, on helping you establish a sensible portfolio that matches your risk appetite for a reward and tolerance for risk, and in helping you stay the course in troubled seas. So if you getting management and advisors is what's best for you, or it's the best route for you, there is nothing wrong with that. And you will not be the only one. So have them. Not everyone has the time to manage their portfolio or their funds. Not everyone has the knowledge to properly invest, or not everyone has the skills. So if one route works, then it works. Use it. If it does not work, don't use it. Or try both and see which way works best for you until you find something that will help you to stick in for the long haul. Point number 4. If you are considering a stockbroker or insurance agent to provide you with investment advice, make sure you are paying a fair price. Do your research on this part. Okay, do your research to see the average price of what you are investing in, or to see if that advisor is offering a decent price compared to another advisor. Then pick one that has the lowest price and is the best. So yes, do your research if you choose that route. Point number 5. Do your best to diversify to the nth degree. Minimize your investment expenses and focus your emotions where they cannot wreak havoc that most other investors experience. So stay out of your emotions, okay? Remove emotions from the equation. We don't want to use them in the market because they can fluctuate and they can either do us good or do us really, really bad. But it's usually not good. So keep them out and make sure your costs are low if you want a higher profit. Point number 6. All index funds are not created equal. Their costs are not identical. An example that the author showed was the Vanguard 500 Index Admiral with an expense ratio of 0.04% and a sales load of 0.0%. Whereas T. Rowe Price Equity Index 500 charges an annual expense ratio of 0.25% with a sales load of 0.0%. So the sales load is similar, but the expense ratio is not. So for instance, if you invested $10,000 in T. Rowe Price Fund with annual return of 6%, and it compounded over 25 years, that $10K would grow to $40,458. Yet, if you invested the same with Vanguard 500 Index Admiral with an expense ratio of 0.04%, that $10,000 would grow $42,516, an increase of $2,058. That's a difference, and every bit counts. Don't you want more money in your account? Yes, you do. Okay, yes, you do. So getting a lower cost benefits you, and it's important if you care about higher rewards. So in closing, it will be in your best interest to select the lowest cost index funds that are available from reputable organizations. Alright my friends, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet, hit the like button and hit the notification bell so that you know when I have uploaded another video. See you next time. Bye bye.